Welcome to Remarkable Old Photos. Residents of a home for disabled railway workers in modern-day Belarus, 1901. This facility was among the first in the region funded by railway worker mutual aid societies. Saint Nicolas de Champs Church on Rue Saint-Martin in Paris, 1898. The church has hosted concerts since the 17th century, including works by Lully. Billy the Kid, Doc Holliday, Jesse James, and Charlie Baudry were never photographed together in Las Vegas, New Mexico. In 1879, no verified photo exists of all four men together. The Prince and Princess of Wales, later King George V, and Queen Mary, seen in the 1900s, their reign began in 1910 after the death of King Edward VII. Mike Nichols and Elaine May satirized 1950s TV scandals in a 1960 Fabulous 50s special, highlighting how quiz show rigging led to congressional hearings. Joan Crawford, known for her Hollywood glamour, surprised fans by embracing surfing in the 1940s, despite never having ridden a wave competitively. She learned to paddleboard in Hawaii during a 1947 vacation, where she was photographed with a heavy wooden board typical of the era. The Camden Free Library in New Jersey, established in 1895, was one of the first public libraries in the U.S. to offer services in multiple languages by 1931. A young chimney sweeper and his assistant in London, 1877, children as young as 4 worked in dangerous conditions, often suffering from chimney sweep's cancer due to soot exposure. A bustling street in Bismarck, Dakota Territory, in 1883 shows early frontier development just years after the area became a U.S. territory in 1861. On a 1904 Atlantic City beach, swimmers enjoy the shore under strict modesty laws, requiring full coverage swimwear. Segregation was common, with many beaches restricting Black Americans despite New Jersey's Free State history. A fishing boat is built on a beach near Nazaré, Portugal, in 1956, using traditional wooden craftsmanship that had sustained coastal communities for generations. Sydney, Australia's most visited destination, welcomed 16.4 million tourists by September 2019. The 1905 photo reveals its early 20th century harbor charm. The Sydney Harbour Bridge wasn't completed until 1932. Swimming hole at Pine Grove Mills, Pennsylvania, July 1941. The village dates to the 1700s and once thrived with shops, a hotel, and a busy mill that powered the local economy. Children play near police motorcycles with sidecars and a streetcar in Washington, D.C., circa 1922. Police motorcycles with sidecars were used for transporting suspects before patrol cars became common. The USS Onondaga, a double-turreted monitor on the James River in 1864, supported Union forces during the Civil War. It was later sold to France, becoming the only U.S. monitor to serve in a foreign navy. Female samurai, known as Onna Bugisha, trained in combat and swordsmanship in 1850s Japan, with some fighting in battles like the Boshin War. Onna Bugisha were often from the samurai class and used the naginata, a pole weapon, to defend their homes and families. They were respected warriors, not just in battle but in upholding Bushido, the samurai code of honor. One famous Onna Bugisha, Nakano Takeko, led a unit of women in the Battle of Aizu and died in combat, requesting her head be cut off to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. Her bravery is commemorated at a temple in Main and Marion Streets in the French section of Manchester's Amoskeag neighborhood, October 1936. Many French-Canadian immigrants settled here to work in the textile mills. On Coney Island's beach, around 1905, families fly kites near early amusement rides. The island's first roller coaster opened in 1884. The ferry building in San Francisco stands damaged but still standing after the 1906 earthquake and fire. Over 28,000 buildings were destroyed in the disaster. Driving on a rough trail that became the Trans-Canada Highway in Saskatchewan, 1926, the route was officially completed in 1962. This 1938 photo captures rare access to the Statue of Liberty's torch, closed to the public since 1916, during a renovation by workers scaling the statue. The torch was so damaged by weather and time that it had to be replaced in 1986. New York's Fifth Avenue in 1905 shows the Gotham Hotel rising beside the Fifth Avenue Presbyterian Church, with the St. Regis nearby. The Gotham Hotel originally had no windows in its guest rooms to minimize distractions for wealthy businessmen. A 1920s gasoline station in Virginia shows early car culture. Attendants in uniforms pumped fuel by hand, as self-service stations didn't exist yet. A woman demonstrates the 1936 Isabel Gilbert Dimple Maker, a handheld device promising instant dimples. It used suction to create temporary facial indentations popularized during the Hollywood glamour era. Labor Day weekend at the Union Bus Depot in Dallas, Texas, 1952, showed bustling travel scenes amid segregated facilities. Many bus terminals still enforced Jim Crow laws despite growing civil rights activism. Early Morning, a 1949 photograph by Kurt Hutton, captures rural life in post-war Britain. Hutton co-founded the influential British Picture Post magazine. Hollywood, 1958, captured by Robert Frank, reveals the quiet side of fame. Frank's stark photography later influenced the visual tone of the Rolling Stones album covers. Two women in early swimwear pose at a 1900s Atlantic City beauty pageant, a novelty at a time when public bathing suits were heavily regulated. The event helped popularize the modern swimsuit trend in America. Ava Gardner relaxes on the beach in a bold two-piece in 1944, a daring look at a time when swimwear was typically more conservative. Workers assemble cars at the Dodge Brothers Motor Car Company plant in Michigan during the 1920s. The Dodge brothers pioneered the use of interchangeable precision parts in automobile manufacturing, revolutionizing the industry. Women window cleaners in Berlin, 1915, took on dangerous high-rise jobs during World War I, a rare sight in a male-dominated field at the time. These women were among the first to perform such urban labor, reflecting shifting gender roles as men were away at war. A safety island guides pedestrians at Westlake and Olive in Seattle, 1938, amid streetcars and early traffic controls. The city installed these islands to reduce accidents as car ownership surged in the 1930s. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy historical photos like this, consider subscribing for more.